Hey everybody, it's Phil with Bugera. How you doing today? Welcome to Music Studios. I want to talk to you today about the VEYRON Tube, the BV1001T. Now this is an ultra compact 2000 watt Class-D Bass Amplifier with the Tube Preamp, Optical Compressor, and Dynamizer technology. It's got some great features. Let's jump right into the details. Now this is an ultra high power, ultra lightweight 2000 watt bass amplifier driven by three 12AX7 tubes. So you know you're getting a nice warm preamp side of the sound. It's going to be nice and tube-like and even order harmonics. We like that. It's got revolutionary Class-D amplifier technology for enormous power and sonic performance. So you have a 6-stage Class A tube preamplifier, which is going to give you harmonically rich and vibrant sound, which basically means you're going to have great lows, great highs, and your articulation on the bass is going to be really pronounced. There's a legendary optical compressor built in for an extremely musical compression. And by that, it means it's like if I'm going here, it's a nice smooth sound all the time. The optical compressor is really working with me in this instead of against me, and you can get that right out of the amplifier. There's a legendary optical compressor built in with extremely musical compression. Sometimes the compressor can compress too much, and sometimes it's not enough. And here you can dial it in to taste. For instance, this is me playing without the compressor. Right, now I'm going to put it up with the compressor on. So the compressor is going to give me more sustain, but it's also going to level out the pops and stuff like that, which can be fun when I'm doing slap stuff. The Dynamizer power management technology will give you ultimate punch and capture still every nuance of your playing, okay? So it's going to work really great. There are dedicated bass, mid, and treble controls to totally dial in your sonic shaping. There's a selectable mid-frequency switch that you can use to dial in the center point of what your mid is going to boost or cut. And that's really flexible, and it allows you to really dial in your sound. Included is a passive Baxandall low and high EQ, and then also the mid-range is a tube-driven EQ. On the back of the amplifier is a direct out, and this is going to be great. It's a balanced direct out on an XLR, and you can take the signal before or after the EQ of the head itself. So if you're connecting to a DAW or a console, you get to choose that direct out, which is cool. There's a dedicated effects loop to connect external devices. For instance, if you want to put gain stuff in front of the preamp and yet you want to have your pitch and time stuff, delays and choruses and things like that, after the preamp, you can connect them using the effects loop. It's very cool. The switchable tuner out kind of does double duty. You can use it as a tuner out so that you can tune on stage, which is always good. And then you can also use it if you wanted to. Some stage people want bass on both sides of the stage. So you could take that output, that same output, to drive another powered monitor somewhere else on the stage. The aux input allows you to play along with your favorite music, so you can practice in the hotel room or on the tour bus, something like that, or at home. It's really nice to have that feature. What goes along with that is a high-powered headphone output, which is great for practicing. So you can plug in your tunes and you can use the headphone output to go ahead and practice with. It's a nice way to do things. There are two parallel speaker output connectors compatible with Neutrik-style connectors for your outputs to cabinets. So you can take each of those two cabinets and daisy chain cabinets from there using the same kind of connector if you wish. There's a dual foot switch connector on the back of the amplifier, which is for the FSB 102B, and it's not included, but what it does control when you have it is to control the mute and the effects loop. There's an active cooling system with variable fan speed with DC and thermal overload protection. So this is the VEYRON T, the BV1001T. For more information and media, you know you can come visit us at bugera-amps.com. Thanks for joining us here at Music Studios. I'm going to play out some. This is a really fun amplifier.